Assalamu alaikum dear students. Welcome to English classroom for standard 7. We are learning poem number 3.4 The Brook. I have explained two stanzas from this poem. Before explaining the next stanzas, I shall recite the poem once again. Listen carefully. This is a very difficult poem but very interesting and very rhythmic. So you shall enjoy. I am going to recite the poem. Listen carefully. You know what is a brook? Yes, brook means a small stream. You know na? The meaning of the brook? So listen the poem. I come from the haunts of coot and hern. I make a sudden sally and sparkle out among the fern to bicker down a valley. By 30 hills I hurry down or slip between the ridges. By 20 throats a little town and half a hundred bridges. Till last by flips foam I flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I chatter over stony ways in little sharpened trebles. I bubble into eddying bays. I babble on the pebbles. With many a curve, my banks I fret. With many a curve, my banks I fret. By many a field and fallow, and many a fairy foreland set with willow, weed, and mallow. I chatter as I flow to join the brimming river. I chatter as I flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I wind about and in and out. I wind about and in and out. And here a blossom selling. And here and there a lusty trout, and here and there a grayling, and here and there a foamy flake upon me as I travel. With many a silvery water break above the golden gravel, and draw them all along and flow, and draw them all along and flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. I slip, I slide, I gloom, I glance. I slip, I slide, I gloom, I glance. Among my scheming swallows, I make the netted sunbeam dance. I make the netted sunbeam dance against my sandy shallow. I murmur under moon and stars. I murmur under moon and stars. In brambly wildernesses, I linger by my shingy bars. I loiter around my grasses. And out again I curve and flow, and out again I curve and flow to join the brimming river. For men may come and men may go, but I go on forever. By Alfred Lord Tennyson. I told you that Tennyson is a great poet in English, and this is very famous poem, The Brook, by Alfred Lord Tennyson. The brook is a name of a stream, and it is describing the journey of the brook from where it started. First and second stanza I have explained you. Let's revise. The Brook is a poem by Alfred Lord Tennyson about the journey of a brook from its origin to the point where it meets the river. जहाँ से शुरू होता है और जहाँ ख़त्म होता है. The brook itself narrates its journey that begins from the places frequently visited by the coots and herons. Coot and herons are the names of the birds. It travels noisily through the valley, passing the fern. It passes by hills, ridges, thorps, then villages, towns, bridges. It finally meets the brimming river and Flint's farm, near Flint's farm. The brook passes through the stony regions, making loud noise and forming ripples. There are many curves on its path that it has to cut through. It passes by fields, fallows, and many scenic places with willow, weed, and mallow. All these are the names of the plants which grow by the side of the river. It flows gets broken at many places by gravel before it finally meets the river. इसके रास्ते में बहुत सारे gravels पत्थर आते हैं, फिर भी ये आखिर में जाकर नदी से मिल जाता है. The the brook flows in winding curve path. Curve path, zigzag path. From zigzag it flows. It does not flow straight. Flags float on its surface. It carries all the things along with itself. It carries all the things along with itself. It flows, gets broken at many places by gravel, and finally it meets the river. It then climbs down. It then calms down and quietly moves through the shallow areas. The sunbeam reflects on its surface, though the trees on the banks. At night, it flows gently, making murmuring sound though the shrubs and through the shrubs and plants. The brook faces many obstacles on its way. It takes curves, then it flows. It takes many things with it. It also flows under the moon and stars, but it does not stop. The brook faces many obstacles on its way, but keeps on flowing before meeting the river. The brook says that the men take birth and then they die, but it will continue to live and flow forever. That is the message of this poem. So we should also keep moving, so we should become uh, immortal in our life. People will remember for us after our death for our good deeds, for our work. So we should do good work and be in motion always. That is the message of the poem. I stop my video here. We shall meet in the next video. You should have so you should stay safe at home. Take care of yourself and your family. Allah Hafiz and goodbye.